Hi everyone, this is a short video about starting from the bottom as a sports science student. And it is really key that whatever aspiration you have, start off at that smaller level before you get to that stage. For me personally, I worked in amateur sport as a strength and conditioning coach for 3 or 4 years. This really helped me when I went into professional sport. When I graduated, I picked up a lot of skills, a lot of confidence, coaching ability from being at that low level first. And if it's sport you're interested in, I'd recommend looking at Sunday League, that sort of level. If you're already part of a team, or if you know someone that's part of a team that needs help, this is where you can get involved and improve your skill set. If it's more the health route that you're looking to go down, this can be a local nursing home, this can be a local charity. Again, some sort of volunteering experience where you're at a low level, but you can pick up loads of new skills and confidence. I'm now going to list 3 benefits of working at this lower level and try and explain how this can then transfer to the higher level when you graduate. Firstly, there's less pressure. So the first question I'd ask is, how do you react when you make mistakes with a friend or a relative? So if you create a training program, nutritional plan, you give it to your mum or dad or your friends, what happens if that goes wrong? There's no real pressure, is there? You might laugh it off. You might get bantered for it, but so what? You've had a go, you've made mistakes, you'll come back and learn from it. Same in sport. You go to a local level team, that still could be slightly nerve-wracking. It's new people, but it's a low level. It's not going to be a big issue if you make mistakes. They're less recognized, they're less scrutinized. For me, working at amateur level, I look back, some of my warm-ups, some of my cool-downs, some of my sessions, they weren't great. No one really picked up on that though. This isn't professional sport where they're used to this higher level of service. It's a lower level. I'm not saying that means you can go around and mess around, do whatever you want, but you can make mistakes and you won't get scrutinized. There's much less pressure. And if you're a volunteer for that local charity, that local nursing home, the expectation is low. Remember, you're not being paid. Again, it doesn't give you a license to go and mess around, but if you make mistakes, you are a student, you are there to learn. That pressure is going to be very, very low at that stage of your life. The second benefit is that you can experiment. So if you start off with your friends and your family, if you're a bit nervous about starting off, you can experiment at this level. If you're not sure of how to train someone, we'll try 4 or 5 different ways with your friends and family. These are the guinea pigs. Amateur sport, you can mix it up. In professional sport, you can't go in there with 10, 15 different ideas. There's a structured routine professionals follow. They have to follow it. Amateur sport, where there's little pressure, you can mix it up. You can train people in different ways. You can do different stuff. You can be creative, be experimental, and you're not going to get ridiculed for that in those environments. You can do that sort of stuff. Next, you're going to build leadership skills. And it's really key to discuss this here that you want to get placement where you shadow. You do need mentors. You can't just go out there and do everything where you're in charge. So you need to get the balance right. But if you just shadow the whole 3 or 4 years of your degree, you haven't led, you haven't been in control of a project or a situation. And graduate jobs need that. They look for that. The employers want you to have experience of being a leader, being in charge of something. And that's why at lower levels of sport, you get opportunity. You can do that. You can't just sit around, wait for that amazing opportunity to come. You got to start off low. You need to get these skills firing at the lower level and be in charge of something. So as a task, what I recommend you do is have a think about what you're interested in. What is it about your degree that you're enjoying so far? Can you get experience in that? Go on Google, find some relevant teams, organizations, let's just say 5 as a round figure, and contact them all, whether that be email, LinkedIn, Facebook, drop them a message, get involved, see what can happen. I've got another video as well. I'll put the link below this video about finding a placement in sports science. So that goes into more detail about getting in touch and the sort of things you can do to get the ball rolling. Okay, so that was that video. If you have any questions about placement, any questions about these points I've made today, do get in touch. Drop me a message on the usual platforms below and we can discuss it further. Okay, thanks for listening and I'll speak to you again soon.